Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. As we gather this evening, we continue our inward journey with the theme of removing impressions. Having reflected on how impressions form and influence our inner life, today we turn our attention to how impressions affect continuity, the way past tendencies quietly interrupt the freshness of the present moment. In heartfulness, the goal is not to improve the past or perfect the future, but to live fully and freely in the present with a heart unobstructed. Impressions interfere with continuity of awareness. Where impressions are active, attention moves unevenly, sometimes anchored in memory, sometimes pulled by anticipation. And as a result, the present moment is only partially lived. Removing impressions restores continuity. Awareness becomes steady, flowing naturally from moment to moment. Life feels less fragmented and inner experience becomes smoother and more integrated. This continuity is a sign of inner balance. Often we may notice that while the body is present, the mind lingers elsewhere, replaying or anticipating or resisting. These movements are not random, they arise from impressions seeking expression. When impressions remain unresolved, they draw attention repeatedly, creating inner interruptions. And removing impressions allows attention to rest fully when life is actually unfolding here and now. Cleaning creates inner space for the present moment to breathe. As impressions dissolve, the inner field becomes quieter and attention naturally stabilizes. And this stabilization does not require effort. It arises as a natural outcome of clearing subtler residue. With regular cleaning, presence become effortless rather than intentional, and the heart begins to lead awareness gently and continuously. When impressions lessen, the inner flows improves. The thoughts, emotions, actions align more harmoniously, and there is less inner resistance and fewer abrupt shifts in mood or motivation. This flow is not excitement or intensity, it is ease. Life feels less forced, and actions arise from understanding rather than urgency. Heartfulness teaches that spiritual refinement expresses itself as inner smoothness, and removing impressions allows consciousness to function without friction. Cleaning supports this refinement daily, ensuring that inner continuity is preserved and awareness remains anchored in the heart. Dear sisters and brothers, as we proceed ahead in the session, let's also extend the invitation for the Heartfulness Master classes and the BHED sessions with your near and dear ones. Gently introducing them to these sessions can help them rediscover inner steadiness, and sharing such important sessions is a simple act of care. You'll find the additional reading material and videos of Revered Daji on this theme, which are available on the Heartfulness app for all of us. And you can find this material under the Sunday tab dated 21st December. We will continue our inspirational reading as this is from Heartfulness Way, Book 2, and we will resume the reading from page number 65. As the text is not going to be displayed on the screen, so you can keep your copy with you and you can read along. Daji, how do we remove impressions from our field of consciousness? They are removed in a number of ways. The first is to undergo the karma associated with their effects, which means to live through the experience and let it go. This is known as boga. The second is through dreams, when the mind naturally cleans the impressions. The third is through a catharsis or crisis. The fourth is through deep understanding. For example, a colleague's reaction to you in the office may be negative, but by allowing his life situation, you will have empathy and be overwhelmed with compassion. Right understanding is a product of generosity. The fifth way is by actively cleaning the impressions through a regular daily practice, just as you wash your body regularly. Cleaning is also done by the master and the heartfulness trainers during meditation sessions, removing impressions from deeper and deeper levels within the subconscious. Without the cleaning practice, we generally accumulate more impressions than we remove. So, when our life ends, we have a positive balance of stored impressions and they become the cause of our next rebirth. The blueprint pulls us back to the physical realm so that we can erase them. Unfortunately, instead of finishing them off, we often keep adding more than we exhaust. Regular daily cleaning lightens the load of impressions layer by layer. Those seekers who are able to let go of everything in one go are able to finish this removal process with lightning speed. Eventually, we exhaust the load. The storehouse of samskaras is removed through cleaning, and we arrive at a pure, clean system without any impressions. Also, over time, we learn to live a life where we no longer accumulate impressions. This is the first step, a preparation so that we are fit for the spiritual journey. Can you imagine climbing Mount Everest loaded down with 20 kg weights on each foot? Similarly, we don't embark on the journey to the spiritual summit while carrying all our emotional and mental baggage. The thing is, most of us are looking at life from a very immediate perspective. So we complain about problems and miseries and wish them away. We think that the fulfillment of desires will bring happiness, but a life based on likes and dislikes is not the solution. If we are wise, miseries can actually help us remove the impressions from our karmic blueprint. Whereas when we rebel against miseries, it only deepens them. Dear sisters and brothers, with this we have completed the chapter reading. Allow the words of this reading settle in your heart in the true spirit of Swadhyaya. Let us now turn inward for the universal prayer. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। May awareness remain steady, may impressions dissolve gently, and may the heart guide us fully in the present. Dear sisters and brothers, as you prepare for the rest tonight, take a few moments to offer the bedtime prayer and the reflections of the day with the resolve of not to repeat the mistakes again. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for joining this evening session, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the evening session at 8:50 p.m. tomorrow. And until then, may gentle cleaning, steady awareness, and the Master's loving presence accompany you through the night. Thank you.